Las Vegas, the city known for its bright lights and bustling casinos, is facing a staggering crisis that's pushing far too many people into the shadows. In just a few years, homelessness in this iconic city has skyrocketed. In 2024, the number of people experiencing homelessness surged by 34%, reaching an eye-popping 79,271. That's a jaw-dropping 50% rise since 2013. It's not just numbers. It's a heartbreaking reality that's impossible to ignore. Las Vegas now holds a troubling title, home to the highest percentage of unsheltered homeless in the nation. According to the 2023 HUD Point and time count, nearly 64% of the homeless population lacks basic shelter, marking a 33% rise from 2020. It's a wake-up call that echoes across the city. Think about it. That's nearly 6 out of 10 homeless people sleeping on the streets in cars or in makeshift shelters. The impact has been especially brutal in Clark County, where, on any given night in 2023, an estimated 84,225 people were experiencing homelessness. Alarmingly, nearly half of these are unsheltered, living in cars on the streets or in precarious situations. As the city of Las Vegas grapples with this escalating crisis, the number of chronically homeless individuals is skyrocketing. By 2024, there are an estimated 22,181 chronically homeless individuals in the city, making up a staggering 27% of the overall homeless population. Just 6 years ago, in 2018, that number stood at 5,358, representing only 13%. This alarming rise paints a picture of a deepening struggle, a long-term fight for stability that far too many are facing. Perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect of this crisis is its impact on children. According to the city's Office of Homeless Youth, nearly 14,000 children experience homelessness annually in Las Vegas, casting a painful shadow over their futures. Did you know that Las Vegas is experiencing a significant influx of refugees and undocumented immigrants? As of 2023, Clark County is home to approximately 91,300 undocumented individuals, up from a mere 2,000 in 2005. This staggering increase highlights the city's changing demographics and the urgent need for affordable housing. Cost of homelessness in Las Vegas. In 2020, Las Vegas made headlines for allocating a staggering $1 billion to combat homelessness. Yes, you heard that right. $1 billion. This investment has only grown, with spending surpassing $1.4 billion in 2022. But where is all this money going? Let's break it down. Sheltering a single adult can set the city back over $37,000 a year. If you're a family, that number jumps to a jaw-dropping $75,000. With the homeless population on the rise, these figures are pushing the city to rethink its strategies. The Department of Homeless Services has proposed an ambitious budget of $2 billion for fiscal year 2023. But what about the future? Predicting the cost for 2024 is tricky. Estimates suggest Las Vegas might need another $1 billion on top of what's already been set aside. That's a huge commitment. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's a heated debate going on about whether this massive spending is translating into real change. Some voices call for even more funding, while others are skeptical, pointing to a recent audit that criticized the city for not tracking the success of its programs effectively. Are we actually helping people transition into permanent housing, or are we just throwing money at a problem? Interestingly, Nevada has tripled its funding for homelessness programs in Las Vegas, focusing on shelters, supportive housing, and even law enforcement. But the question remains, are these investments making a tangible difference in the lives of those who need it most? Political corruption and the homeless crisis. One glaring example of how political corruption has fueled the homelessness crisis in Las Vegas involves the misuse of funds allocated for affordable housing. In recent years, investigations have uncovered allegations of government officials diverting public funds earmarked for low-income housing projects into their own pockets or those of their associates. These funds, intended to provide a safety net for vulnerable individuals and families, have instead been squandered, leaving countless people without a place to call home. One of the most egregious examples of corruption contributing to the homeless crisis in Las Vegas involves the misuse of public funds intended for affordable housing initiatives. In 2019, a scandal erupted when it was revealed that city officials had diverted millions of dollars from a housing trust fund to pay for unrelated projects, such as a new stadium for a professional sports team. This misappropriation of funds had a direct impact on the availability of affordable housing options, forcing many individuals and families into homelessness. In 2018, surrounding the Las Vegas Housing Authority, LVHA, multiple investigations revealed that LVHA officials had engaged in a pattern of bribery, kickbacks, and embezzlement, siphoning millions of dollars intended for low-income housing programs. These funds could have been used to expand shelter capacity, provide rental assistance, and develop affordable housing options, but instead, they were exploited for personal enrichment. The consequences of such corruption have been devastating for Las Vegas' homeless population. Many individuals have been forced to sleep on the streets, exposed to the harsh elements and at risk of violence. The lack of adequate shelter space has led to overcrowding in existing facilities, making it difficult to provide essential services such as meals, health care, and job training. Moreover, the diversion of funds from mental health and substance abuse treatment programs has hampered efforts to address the underlying causes of homelessness and reduce the likelihood of individuals becoming chronically homeless. Furthermore, the cozy relationship between politicians and developers has contributed to the skyrocketing cost of living in Las Vegas. As developers seek to maximize profits, they often lobby for zoning changes and regulatory exemptions that allow them to build luxury high-rises and commercial properties while neglecting the need for affordable housing. These policies have pushed housing prices beyond the reach of many working-class residents, forcing them onto the streets. Will homelessness ruin Las Vegas? Yes. Chicago is grappling with a convergence of serious issues that are putting immense pressure on the city's social fabric. Homelessness, immigration challenges, skyrocketing living costs, and rising crime rates are creating a highly volatile situation. One of the most pressing problems is the increasing homelessness crisis, which has severe repercussions for the entire city. Homelessness not only reflects a failure in social safety nets, but also fuels other urban problems. With limited access to basic necessities, many homeless individuals find themselves turning to crime as a means of survival. This, in turn, exacerbates the already high crime rates in Chicago, leading to a vicious cycle of instability. When isolating Las Vegas crime data from the rest of Nevada, a striking pattern emerges. The city stands out as one of the state's most crime-ridden areas. According to Neighborhood Scout, over 98% of communities in Nevada have lower crime rates than Las Vegas, emphasizing that the city's crime challenges are uniquely its own. Data from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department indicates a total of 31,100 crimes occurred in the city, which has a population of around 640,000. This equates to a crime rate of approximately 48.7 incidents per 1,000 residents, placing Las Vegas among the most dangerous cities in the United States. Diving deeper into the statistics, both violent and property crimes are significant contributors to this overall crime rate. Violent crimes accounted for 12,700 incidents, translating to about 19.8 violent crimes per 1,000 residents. Meanwhile, property crimes reached 18,400, resulting in a property crime rate of approximately 28.8 per 1,000 residents. These numbers paint a troubling picture, but there's more than meets the eye. Neighborhood Scout's analysis adds a layer of perspective. They estimate that residents face a 1 in 20 chance of falling victim to either violent or property crime, a rate far higher than the national average. This makes Las Vegas not just another major metropolis with crime issues, but a city where the risk of becoming a crime victim is alarmingly prevalent. The cost of living in Las Vegas. Despite its reputation as a relatively affordable city compared to coastal metropolises like Los Angeles or New York, Las Vegas has experienced significant growth in recent years, driving up housing costs and other expenses. One of the most significant factors contributing to the cost of living in Las Vegas is housing. Las Vegas has experienced a substantial surge in its real estate market, driven by a thriving tourism industry and an influx of new residents seeking the allure of city life. As of now, the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment hovers around $1,400 per month, while those seeking a bit more space can expect to pay upwards of $1,700 for a two-bedroom apartment. Meanwhile, home buyers are grappling with a median home value of approximately $385,000, a number that has climbed steadily over the years. For many, these escalating housing costs can be burdensome, particularly for those on fixed incomes or working in lower-paying jobs. The dream of living in Las Vegas can quickly become a financial nightmare for some, as they struggle to make ends meet while navigating a competitive housing market. Transportation is another significant expense that residents must contend with. While Las Vegas does offer a public transportation system, many locals find themselves relying on personal vehicles to navigate the sprawling city. Owning and maintaining a car can be costly. Expenses like insurance, fuel, and maintenance add up quickly, creating an additional layer of financial strain. Moreover, traffic congestion is a common complaint among residents, particularly during peak tourist seasons. Parking fees in popular areas can further escalate transportation costs, forcing many to rethink their travel options. Whether you're commuting to work or heading out for a night on the town, the costs associated with transportation in Las Vegas are no small matter. Food costs in Las Vegas can be a mixed bag, largely depending on where you choose to shop and dine. While there are plenty of affordable dining options, from fast food to budget-friendly restaurants, indulging in the city's more upscale culinary experiences can quickly drain your wallet. For families, the average monthly grocery bill hovers around $1,100, a number that can climb higher depending on dietary preferences and shopping habits. Dining out adds another layer of complexity. A meal at a mid-range restaurant can set you back around $70 per person. So, while the city boasts a diverse food scene, it's essential to keep an eye on your budget when deciding where to eat. Healthcare costs in Las Vegas mirror those found throughout much of the United States, substantial and ever-increasing. The average cost of health insurance premiums for a family of four is around $1,500 per month, with out-of-pocket expenses for medical care adding even more financial pressure. Prescription medications and other healthcare services can further exacerbate these costs, leaving many residents to wonder if they can afford the care they need. Beyond housing, transportation, food, and healthcare, other essential expenses can significantly impact the overall cost of living in Las Vegas. Utilities, internet, and phone services add to the monthly bills, with the average utility bill for a family of four sitting at around $250. Coupled with an additional $110 for internet and phone services, it's clear that the expenses can pile up quickly. Living in Las Vegas can be a dream come true for many, but it's crucial to recognize the financial realities that come with it. While the allure of the city is undeniable, potential residents must weigh the costs of housing, transportation, food, healthcare, and other essential expenses against their personal budgets. By understanding the intricacies of the cost of living in Las Vegas, you can better prepare for life in this vibrant yet challenging desert oasis.